welcome back to another episode of Into the 99, where we've got 99 cards, because Commander's number one. I've got the boys here. They're back in town, as they say. We are talking spoilers, so we're going to jump right into it pretty quickly here. But first, Sherman, how you doing?
A lot better than the last couple months, so happy about that, but just tired. So
that's definitely fair. Hopefully you are resting up a little bit, kind of wind down a little bit right now.
Yeah,
that's
thank
nice.
Goodness.
And Slothy, yourself?
I'm doing pretty well. Kind of a slow week, but that's not always a bad thing.
It's fair. Slow week's kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
And Brian, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. And heading into this, all I have to say is I have a raging clue.
There's a lot of good stuff. I'm good too. Thanks for asking, everyone. But the other than that,
Look at the smile on your face. We're well aware of how you're doing right now.
No, I got some games in last night at one of the new game stores here. It was fun to play with some new people. It was nice. I got to play my Lucent deck. Everyone let me play that one. And that was really fun to donate and pass everything around. The new group doesn't know how I threaten, so I'm just making wild threats, and everyone's just like, okay, I guess I won't do that. I'm like,
all right.
Yeah, it was. I'm like sitting there. I'm like,
Daniel's like, I've never been non-challenged before. This is different.
Well, no, people eventually like realize that like if I threaten, you just gotta. The only way around my threats are to just ignore them and play the game. But someone's like, I'm gonna path that. I'm like, I'll spend the whole game wrecking your stuff, and they're like, okay, I guess I won't. I was like, nice. Nice, bully players out of their games. But no, it was a fun game. Other than that, the spoiler stuff that we have, like I said, I want to jump right into it because there's a lot. There's too much. We have they've got Commander, they've got Clue Edition, there's special guests. We're not going to get to the special guests. There's way too many to possibly do. But let's talk the Clue Edition first, because I've got thoughts even before we get into it. I hate how they're doing it. The Clue Edition is like box toppers, and it's box topper bait because of the Shocklands. The Shocklands are stunning. They're great. They're chase. Everyone knows we want the Shocklands in general, right? But I think there's like 29 or something different packs that you can get. Like they've made it kind of like a jumpstart thing, and then you get these cards at random. So you have to buy. If you want all these cards, you're gonna have to buy multiple things and then hope that they contain it's Jumpstart 2.0 with just a bunch of stuff. So that's my only.
Oh my god, Hasbro has brought like the friggin'. I wanted to swear there. Whew. They brought the microtransactions to real life purchases.
Yeah, where you just gotta like roll the dice and try get it, and that's it's kind of a shame because there's some really really good cards in this Clue set for the unique ones. Like even just the rooms I think are really nice. They're just the guild colors. They enter tapped, they investigate, their investigation lands. I think those are really really nice budget lands. They're not bad, but
Raging Clue.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, there's gonna be so many of that through this.
I don't get the Raging Clue reference.
It's the South Park.
It's okay. I'm not up to date on that. I should watch a bunch of South Park soon.
The old episode. It's where they make fun of the Hardy Boys, but it's not the Hardy Boys.
That's fair. All right. Well, I will take your word on that one. We're gonna jump it. Oh, go.
So in short, with what you're saying is just buy the singles. That you want.
But I don't even know if you're gonna be able to buy the singles because these are again, like
so many small packs are being bought.
Well, it's just going to be the exact same as Jumpstart, right? And try buy a Preston, right? Preston's not that expensive, but try find one, right? Everyone wants the Prestons. Everyone wants the Alenda, like the draw card. There's just a lot that you can't really find them, right? Even though they're like not expensive.
Tiny Bones when Jumpstarter first came out in Bruvac.
Yeah, like it's just that people are going to want these. And you'll see pretty quickly when we get into the initial spoilers of these that they're really, really playable. Like Slothy, you're notoriously into the food deck. Take the first suspect.
Oh, I would love to. The first suspect we've got is Apothecary White. 3 and white for a 3/4 legendary human cleric with vigilance. Whenever you attack, you create a food token for each player being attacked. And pay white and tap to Tap X, untapped foods you control, create X. Ooh, create X 1/1 white human creature tokens.
Like that's
I very much like that. Yeah,
that's insane bait for the like one of, I think, arguably the best precon they've ever printed is the food deck. I see a food deck every time I go out to play right now because everyone loves that one. It is one of the better ones they've ever made. And then this is just a straight auto include, just the fact that you can dump X food tokens, you don't even lose them, and you just token gem.
Yeah. Oh wow, yeah, that's incredible.
And you're in green, Seaborn Muse. Next person's turn. I do it all over again because they didn't staple it on this card. Only activate as sorcery.
Well, and like I'll jump into our next one here. We've got Commander Mustard, 3 red and a white. So we got Boros, a human soldier. Again, a great spot to put it. It's a 5/5 vigilance at 5. Awesome. Other soldiers you control have vigilance, trample, and haste. That
get out of here
is an insane stat line. And then for 2 and Boros, until end of turn, soldiers you control gain whenever this creature attacks, it deals 1 damage to defending player.
I'm going to be harping on it again, but have we seen what the creature type has been for the last 2? Like, again, just adding to the humans?
Again, right? It's clue. It's supposed to be human.
I get it, but this is an imaginary world.
But again, even just for those first 2 suspect cards, those are very pushed, right? Those aren't cards people are going to generally want to trade in because there's spots for them. Boros Soldiers is already like a great archetype, and just being able to bolt, you know what I mean? You don't even have to be able to kill someone. You don't even have to be able to connect, right? You could have 30 blockers and I'll still kill you on the attack. This is in the colors of Ishan, so you can double that attack trigger.
That's stupid.
Yeah, right. Like it's they're all pretty good. Someone want to take the next Emissary Green here?
Yeah, I got it. Emissary Green, 4 and a green. Human Advisor to 3/3. Whenever Emissary Green attacks, starting with you, each player votes for profit or security. You create a number of treasure tokens equal to twice the number of profit votes. Put a number of +1/+1 counters on each creature you control equal to the number of security votes. That one's not bad, actually.
Another nice voting card.
That's really nice, yeah.
This one, I think, is a better design than the other 2. This one seems more interactive, more fun.
I love to vote. It's my favorite thing in the game. It's the right politics. Yeah. But that is still, even at its worst, right? It's going to be 3/1/1 counters on each creature you control as an attack trigger and 2 treasures, because I'm voting treasure. I want double treasure.
Yep.
Fair.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, it's either 8 treasures, 4/1/1 counters. It's a lot. It's a rough card to go up against. Brian, you want the next?
Sure. I see the blue one here. Let's take a look.
Red one.
Oh, my list is different here. We got Senator Peacock, 3 and 2 blue, Human Advisor. Artifacts you control are clues in addition to their other types and have pay to sacrifice this artifact, draw a card. Whenever you sacrifice a clue, target creature can't be blocked this turn. I can see this going really well into like our Prince of Krug deck, just being able to toss away one of your little 1/1 copied artifacts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think this one's really strong. I don't know how I feel about it. I have to like work out a deck and play it, but like I feel this one's really strong. Just because it doesn't say you have to tap 2 and sacrifice it as a clue. You can just sacrifice an artifact. It doesn't matter how you sacrifice
any clue. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it says sacrifice this artifact, and it makes all of your artifacts clues.
But what Sherman's saying is that, like, let's say I have a command spirit, right? It already I can just sacrifice it, draw a card. That counts as a clue. So the sacrifice to draw, I've sacrificed a clue.
Yeah.
And now this creature can't be blocked. So artifact like sack and recursion is already like a very, very strong theme. Yeah. Especially like Emery. Emery's like a commander that does that specifically, right? Mm-hmm. And it's a strong one. So there's There's pretty good. I'll take the one you skipped, Brian. Headliner Scarlet.
I don't know what you're talking about.
This one I think is like the weakest of all of these. It's 3 and a red for a 3/3 human warlock with haste. When Headliner Scarlet enters the battlefield, creatures target player control can't block this turn. That's a good ability, but and then at the beginning of your upkeep, exile a top card of your library face down. You can look at and play it this turn. Again, that's a great ability, but comparatively, it's trash compared to all these other ones.
It kind of feels like they're trying to throw more and more things to make Prosper better.
Yeah, but four
right
mana. 4 mana that doesn't get you a trigger till your next turn.
Well, it's not always a hit. But that's just kind of what it feels like. They're trying to bump up that kind of archetype in red constantly.
Yeah,
exiling stuff and playing it. Yep, that seems to be an ongoing trend.
Like I said, it's just so weak in comparison to the other one. Like someone want to hit the Mastermind Plum.
Mastermind Plum.
Yeah, I got it. Mastermind Plum, 2 and a black. Human Wizards, 2/2. Whenever Mastermind Plum attacks, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. If an artifact card was exiled this way, create a treasure token. Whenever you cast a spell, if mana from a treasure was spent to cast it, you draw a card and lose 1 life. That's broken.
It's a very, very good ability.
See, and I look at it going, but I guess you guys...
You play Smothering Tithe in every deck. What do you mean,
I think this card goes very well into Forge.
Just the fact that it's a wizard alone, right? And you can build this and just straight up like do the Mycosynth Lattice, turn everything into artifacts.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that. I like draw that's stapled onto a commander, right? And then you're just incentivized to make treasure tokens.
Yeah, absolutely.
Any deck that's already running treasures as well wants this.
Do black-red with the dragon that lets you just tap the treasures instead of sacrificing them, so you get to keep them.
Mm-hmm. Like there's a lot of good ones. We have the clue weapons, which are just little uncommon clue equipments, which I found entertaining. We've got the candlestick. It's 1 blue. These are all clue equipments. They all equip for 2 and sack for 2 to draw a card. Equipped creature gets 1/1 and has whenever this creature attacks, surveil 2. It's not bad. The candlestick, it's okay.
I'm still tired every time I look at these and I see clue equipment. I keep reading as like chef equipment. I was like, no, it's not that. It's like, why would a chef have a candlestick here?
The next one does make sense for a chef to have. It's the knife, single red for a clue equipment. As long as it's your turn, it has equipped creature gets +1/+1 and first strike. You can pay 2, sack to draw a card, and equip for 2.
The first strike's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Which one's the next one in your guys' list?
The lead pipe.
I will.
This is the fanciest lead pipe, by the way. I'll tell you, the lead in my pipes doesn't look like this. Woo.
Yeah, this is like artisanal lead pipes.
Yeah, right.
Look at the... So we got lead pipe. It's 1 black. Artifact clue equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+0. And whenever equipped creature dies, each opponent loses 1 life. And you can pay 2 to sacrifice the lead pipe to draw a card and equip for 2.
Not bad. And then we have the rope for a green. Equipped creature gets +1/+2, has reach, and cannot be blocked by more than 1 creature. And once again, tap 2, sack the rope, draw a card. Equip cost 3.
Yeah, weird that one's 3 and all the other ones are 2.
Mm-hmm.
They're just hating on green.
It's because it boosts their booties. Everyone else has a boost in the attack.
I don't know. It's a weird one. Then we've got the wrench. Me in the room with the wrench here. 1 white for clue equipment. Equipped creature gets 1/1, vigilance, and 3 tap target creature. And then your normal sack and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, my question is, like,
Who did
they
it?
probably left out the gun for reasons.
Blop, blop.
Could have been a flintlock pistol. We got conquistador vampires and dinosaurs and 40k now.
Or like guns in like we have guns in Warhammer. We had guns in Streets of New Capenna, pretty much.
We're going to have a ton of guns in Fallout.
Yeah, like
yeah.
Doesn't have to be like a Glock or something like that. It could definitely have been like a flintlock pistol.
Yeah.
Flint Glock, blah 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 blah. Yeah, no, I don't. I guess
Anyway.
it does kind of take it out a little bit to be like, I equip a gun.
Yeah. Suckers.
Yeah.
Do I have to roll a dice to see where I hit you? Because if it's a headshot, we should be just done with this.
Right? We've got some new cards as well. Someone take the first because I want to take the second one pretty badly. It's very cool.
Sure. We've got Aegis of the Legion, red and white for an equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has Mentor. And whenever equipped creature mentors a creature, put a shield counter on that creature, and it has equipped for 3.
It's pretty solid.
Yeah.
The one I wanted to talk is Amzu Swarm's Hunger. I am in love with this card. I like that the insects keep getting more cool stuff. 3/1 black 1 green for a 3/3 insect shaman with flying and menace. That's great stats.
Pardon?
Other insects you control have menace. Also, a
Pardon?
pretty. Huh?
Pardon?
Yeah,
What
right.
is this?
Do you have it
Menace.
sorted by rarity or not?
Oh, the Menache. No, Brian wants me to say Menache. I get it.
Oh.
I get it. But it's menace. Menache. But anyways, this card, whenever one or more creatures leave your graveyard, you can create a 1/1 black and green insect token, then put a number of 1/1 counters on it equal to the greatest mana value among the ones you exiled. Do this only once each turn. There's so many things like a scavenging ooze where you can just like dump into like you can make so many just like little huge insects to exile stuff. I really like this commander a lot.
Yeah.
Like self mill where I don't actually care about the cards in the deck because that's the deck's going to be half cards I just want to throw away to exile, which is interesting, and then half like big CMC. It's like a deck list of things I don't actually want to play. I just want to exile them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I think you're going to want to do like a lot of your like sacrifice fodder where you're doing like Sakura Tribe Elder kind of things where you're just throwing creatures away, getting the benefit of them, like the Yavimaya Elder, whatever kind of thing. Burnished Heart, you get your ability off of them, and then you just exile them, throw them away. Trash.
This could also be a really fun reanimator deck.
Oh yeah, it is. It's leave your graveyard, not even exile. You don't even have to exile them. You can play. You can play your. You can do your Golgari shenanigans if you want. I'm exiling them.
I'm making it one step harder.
Yeah.
I can't redo these.
I Bajuka Bog myself. You don't have to do that.
That's actually quite entertaining. I guess like mine's in alphabetical order, but I guess no, it's not sorted by rarity. But I do see the next rare. I'm gonna take it. We got Boros Strike Captain, 1 and 2 hybrid Boros. Battalion, it's a Minotaur soldier with Battalion. Whenever Boros Strike Captain and at least 2 other creatures attack, exile the top card of your library during your turn. During your turn, you attacked with 3 or more creatures. You may play
turn.
that card.
Any turn you attack.
3/3.
So
Yeah.
like you can just keep stacking them up.
This just sounds like a great card that I would throw into a NIM. Like I said, it's a problem, and you just constantly want to attack. So if I'm
Only aggression.
Yeah.
Mhm.
problems always.
I don't want peace.
Never.
Peace is
I
really
went to for the NIM deck. I really went to the school of Daniel for that one.
It's all heat. It's all hands.
It really is.
Yeah.
Like I just every time I play it, I'm like, guys, it's a problem. I can't stop talking about it.
That's it. Yeah, there's no, you don't need to put any removal in there. It's the removal is hands. We're jumping you. Me and my gnome crew. Do you gnome where you are, boys? In the jungle. Someone
thing that you can do about it.
there you go. Brian gets it. Brian understands. Someone want to take the Carnage Interpreter?
I got it. Carnage Interpreter 1 and a Rakdos. So it's a Devil Detective 3/3. When Carnage Interpreter enters the battlefield, discard your hand, then investigate 4 times. As long as you have 1 or fewer cards in hand, Carnage Interpreter gets +2/+2 and has Menace.
That's pretty good.
Sorry, I can't stop laughing at this guy. I've been watching too much CSI. I just want to put like a crime scene investigator's jacket on his back.
There's a 5/5 menace for 3 is hitting pretty hard, especially bringing 4 tokens with you, because you don't have to have cards in hand to discard your hand. You can just throw.
Mhm.
I think that's pretty playable.
For 3, yeah.
Then we've got the Conclave Evangelist, 3 hybrid Selesnya for a 4/4 Elephant Cleric with Myriad. Whenever Conclave Evangelist deals combat damage to a player, create a token that's a copy of Conclave Evangelist.
That's very cool.
That is really cool.
Especially because the myriad tokens are exiled, but if you can get this through to everyone and hit everyone, you're going to get 3 tokens that are staying around.
Yeah, that's just going to kind of snowball.
Yeah. Babar in the house over here. Like, I really, really like this card.
Yeah.
The next one, also pretty insane. The Corporeal Projection. 1 red, 1 blue.
Before you jump in there, though, it's really nice to see, again, a creature type that could probably use some actual more lords and stuff like that. Like, I want to be able to make my Babar deck. Like,
I do like a good elephant in Magic. I like the artwork on this too, to be honest. It's very cool looking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Never forget to make your tokens. Anyways.
So much.
Yes, we have the Corporal Projection, 1 blue, 1 red. Target creature you control gains Myriad until end of turn. Insane. That's wicked. That's crazy to dump that into like you classically have your artifact decks in red, blue, and there's so many artifacts that have great, like a Mirror Battlesphere, right? Having a Mirror Battlesphere that has a Myriad, that's an insane effect, right? There's so many. And then for a simple overload of 3 double blue, double red, all your creatures gain Myriad.
I like that one.
That's
rough.
That's a very playable, and that's what I was saying. A lot of these, we got to remember, right? These are jumpstart rares, so these are chase things. A lot of these are things that I'd want to play.
Is the clue just like a jumpstart set? That's it. Like that's.
I don't know. I think it's like a clue board game kind of thing. I don't know.
Interesting.
It's something. Do we want to try find it right now, or do we want to keep going with these?
Well, let's keep going with these.
Keep going. I'm finding it on Google.
Too many. Okay, yeah. Brian, please, the next one.
We got Covetous Elegy, 4 white, black. Sorcery. Each player chooses up to 2 creatures they control, then sacrifices the rest. Then you create a tapped treasure token for each creature your opponents control. So 6.
Yeah, a board wipe that pays for itself is wild.
That's just stupid.
The artwork is actually really cool.
Yeah.
And if they did just the black wisps in foil, that could have been great. Or the gold.
That I could see that being a problematic one, because you already want your creatures to die in these colors, right? That's the whole point of the aristocrats. Mm-hmm. So you don't care. And it's like sacrifice trigger. So you're getting around all of the indestructible. You have an Avacyn out, all your creatures indestructible. Womp womp.
Unless someone has like the Angel or a couple other green cards that
Tajuru Preserver. If you're on the off chance running Tajuru Preserver and I can't remove it in Orzhov, then you're safe.
Yeah. Well, or it's opponents can't cause you to sacrifice things.
Yeah,
like those. Sparta?
Yeah, that's Tajuru Preserver.
Rough.
It's a problem. All right. Dimir Strand Catcher. So 2 Dimir. Fairy Rogue. 3/3. Flying. Whenever you attack, surveil X, where X is the number of opponents being attacked. At the beginning of each end step, if 3 or more cards were put into your graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield this turn, draw a card. That's not bad.
Not horrible.
I like seeing more fairies. But I don't like seeing more rogues, I'll be honest.
Well, you can't have one without the other. The contents of the clue box. You get 8 of the jumpstart style boosters. You get all of the character, weapon, and rune cards.
Oh, you get all of them every time you buy it? The
Yep.
suspects? Okay, well, that makes those a lot more accessible then. I like that.
Yeah. You get 4 hidden info screens, 1 evidence notepad, case file envelope, and storage box.
So it's almost like a fat pack.
Yeah, exactly. A fat pack where with like extra guarantees.
Okay, well, the fact that you're getting all of those suspect cards each time is great, because there's, like I said, there's a lot of spots. I want like 100 of these emissary greens. I love to vote. I love it.
The packs are just going to be for the new cards and all the reprints.
Okay.
Like you're guaranteed to get a shock land and everything.
Okay, so that makes it a better product. I'll give you guys that. Yep.
Well, we'll have to see what the price comes out at.
True.
They've been going for about $120 online.
In fairness, though, a special art Shockland and 8 packs still.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see. We have this Frenzied Gore Spawn 3 and Rakdos for a 4/4 horror. When it enters the battlefield for each opponent, go to target creature that player controls. I like that. And then whenever one or more creatures attack one of your opponents, they gain menace until end of turn. The Menace. It's cool artwork.
Really makes me not want to mess with it. I'll tell you what.
You tell me what?
The next one we've got is the Herald of Ilharg. 2 red and a green for 3/3 Boar Beast with Trample. When you cast a creature spell, put 2+1/+1 counters on Herald of Ilharg. If that spell has mana value 5 or greater, Herald of Ilharg deals damage equal to the number of counters on it to each opponent.
Oh, get out of here. It should have been legendary. Well, that is beautiful.
That's a pretty cool card.
Oh,
that is
God.
I think that could be a really fun unofficial commander.
Yeah. That's a very good card.
That's strong.
Guys, I'm gonna have to go gotta go do something. I'll be back later. I wish this was a legendary creature. I think that's just a fun ability to try to trigger. No one's gonna let you have it for long.
No.
But yeah, like I just like I could see that. Like I would probably build this as an illegal commander, because I would probably want to try to win with that and not have it in my 99 and have to search for it. But do you guys? I feel like it could easily get out of hand real quick.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. Like it might be a broken commander if you put it there, but
especially if you're running like a lot of little like 1-drop elves.
Like you would want to build them up, right?
Like balancing it, kind of like you have to do with Raga Draga. We have all these little like 1 and 2 drop mana dorks and all these big spells.
Yeah, there's like no in betweens. Yeah, I think that just would be that's super fun. But enough of that wonderful.
Enough shenanigans.
Yeah,
I love the artwork on this next one. Someone take it, please.
We got Lavinia foil 2 conspiracy 1 and 2. What's Zorius? The hybrid? Yeah, Zorius hybrid. Legendary creature, human detective, vigilance. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, investigate. You can tap it to add 2 colorless, activate only during an opponent's turn.
Not bad.
I love everything about this. I love all of the clue characters in the background of this. I think that's very cool artwork.
Yeah. He's actually investigating them.
Wicked. Lavinia is a she, Brian.
Sure.
Whatever.
Lavinia is very much a she, Brian.
Yeah. Lavinia has multiple cards. But what I really like is this, normally when you see this double soul ring kind of mana, it's always stapled on to like use only for an artifact or use only for the fact that this is your incentivized to spell sling because then you can get your investigation. So just normal spell slinging. I'm throwing counter spells. I'm throwing Path to Exiles out. I'm getting clue tokens for that, and then I have the mana ability to crack clues built into my commander. Is just awesome. Like, I'm really, really incentivized to want to play on other people's turns with this. I really like this commander a lot.
And for that, we need a special keyword that I've still probably not mastered, but flash.
This is one I'm gonna for sure build.
You know what makes it this commander easier to cast on your opponent's turns? Cyclonic Rift.
That is true.
Card sucks.
All right, let's keep going here. Next card is
no. I'm taking this next one because I just saw what's on it.
Yeah.
All right, so we got this Lannis genetics expert. We got 1 and 2 Simic colors there. Oh boy, legendary creature, Snake Elf Detective. I've been asking for this. We got Evolve. We finally have another keyword, Evolve, and it's a commander, which is amazing. So for those that aren't all hip with the old abilities here, whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, if that creature has greater power or toughness than this creature, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. So you want to just start triggering and playing stuff that has either 1 power or 1 toughness a lot higher. But whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on Lannis, investigate that many times. And whenever you sacrifice a clue, put a +1/+1 counter on another target creature you control, and he's a 1/2. Like, Fathom Mage is, again, in these colors. So you could be throwing the +1/+1 when you do the whole sacrifice a clue, you're drawing cards. Oh man.
That's a pretty wild ability to investigate, like even just like the Hydra enchantment kind of thing where you double the counters on things every turn. It's a lot of clue tokens, and Simic is known for having just the mana to use them, right?
And any doubling. Like doubling season or anything else. Like, I make a clue. I make 2 clues.
You're in the Adrix and Nev colors as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is wunderbar.
And then again, you are turning your clues, which are already useful artifacts, into extra 1/1 counter generation for other creatures.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one a lot.
Evolve deck coming to you shortly.
Next card here.
Yes, you may have this one. I haven't even seen it, but please.
Thank you. It's a Memory Vampire. 4 blue and a black. It's a 4/4 vampire detective, flying. Whenever Memory Vampire deals combat damage to a player, any number of target players each mill that many cards. Then you may collect evidence 9. When you do, you may cast target non-land card from defending player's graveyard without paying its mana cost.
Collect evidence 9 is exile cards with total mana value 9 or greater from your graveyard.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, so you exile from your own graveyard. But again, still self-mill is interesting. I really like. Oh, go ahead.
No, Slothy, did you want to say something?
No, I was just clearing my throat.
Oh, okay. Fair.
No.
Flying's a very useful ability for a detective. He doesn't even have to touch the ground.
Just the ability to mill any number of players with the damage you do is a lot. That can be a very big mill. I was going to say I really like the type of the next one, a weird detective. Resonance Technician. We've got 3 and then hybrid. Is it twice? 4/4 flyer. When Resonance Technician enters, you may discard a card. If you do, investigate twice. Cool. But this is the ability I really like. Tap and tap X untapped artifacts you control. Copy target instant or sorcery spell you control with mana value X. You may choose new targets. I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Again, just another way to use your treasures and clues in a strange way. I really think that's cool. And the artwork on this is really nice.
Do you mean in a weird way?
In a weird way, yes. I would dare say.
Next up, we've got the Sludge Titan and Hybrid Golgari twice for a 6/6 zombie giant with trample. Whenever Sludge Titan enters the battlefield or attacks, mill 5 cards. You may put a creature card and or a land card from among them into your hand. And
That's
that
useful.
art's awesome. I love that.
Again, giants. Where are our giant commanders at? Let's see a giant sub theme here.
I'm going to be honest.
Fun.
There seems to be a very big problem with the art direction of this card, because I understand that this is supposed to be a giant. I see how big this thing's legs are. Like, this is a big card. But look at the size of this rat that's on its neck. How big is this rat?
That's his ratatouille.
I like that. I like it. The next one is pretty good gruel bait. Stampede Surfer 3, and then Gruel. 4/4 Human Warrior Haste. When Stampede Surfer attacks for each opponent, you create a 2/2 green boar creature token that's tapped and attacking. This little piggy goes to war. That's a pretty good ability on a haste.
Hey Sherman, this goes into your hasty deck.
Maybe. Agnes? Maybe.
So that's a lot of damage to get out for each opponent. You're making 6. You're able to swing with 10 power for 5 mana. You're not losing these boars at the end of combat like you normally would for things, and you're in doubling colors again. So this could get pretty out of control.
I really like that you don't have to sacrifice the boars.
Yeah.
Stampede Surfer with Myriad.
Again, it's also like this isn't like the Wolfgar colors, but attack triggers are just getting a lot of love lately, where you can just Strionic Resonator this and again get 6 more damage. Then with a
as
double,
long as that's not Annihilator, I'm totally fine with.
Bring it back.
No,
Annihilator's fine.
I wanted to also take this next one because I really liked this one when I saw it. It's Suppressor Skyguard. 2 and 1 white, 1 blue for a 2/4 human knight. Again, pretty good. Flying at 2/4 for 4. Whenever a player attacks you, if that player has another opponent who isn't being attacked, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to you this combat. You have to attack someone else to come at me.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty cool little stacks piece.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually really neat.
That's very playable.
That would have been a fun commander.
I would have really liked that as a legendary one for sure. Yeah, I also love the Attention Brawlers. You're in violation of Senate Statute 230976-22. Halt your melee before you incur further charges.
So with this, to attack you, they have to attack everybody.
If that player has another opponent, oh yeah, so you have to attack every single person. So try politics around that.
Interesting. This is something that this is a good card. I like this. I like the design of this one.
That makes me want to build it as a legendary. I wish it was legendary even more, because yeah, that's very cool. To attack me, you have to attack everyone.
Myriad. That's why we're seeing so much Myriad stuff. Maybe
that makes sense.
I'm going to take it a little bit off the topic for the rares, because I just read this card and I really like it. And it's a worm. We got Samala Rumblers, 2 and 2 Selesnya.
Where is this?
It's an uncommon.
Okay.
But I got it up on the screen. So it's a creature worm. Samala Rumbler's power is equal to the number of creatures you control. It has Myriad, and it's a star 4.
That's cool.
I love that it's a worm, because again, it's just a creature that hasn't really seen much love, but I love the Myriad on such a big creature. So like for me, I guess me and Daniel, we love making tokens. We love just seeing how many like dumb squirrel or sapperling tokens that we can get on the board, or snakes back in the day. But this, like if I dropped this and I gave it haste, like I threw boots on it and you guys did not have an answer for it, I think that's especially if it got trampled.
True enough.
Sorry.
That's fair.
Off
Fair.
topic, but
All right. Let's go on to Syndicate Heavy for 2 and an Orzhov. It's a giant rogue. How the heck are you a rogue that's a giant? I don't understand. Like, you sneak around buildings as in, like, like an actual
he
building.
successfully
It didn't
pulled
say
off
he's a
all-
good rogue.
He successfully pulled off all of the bark off of some really large trees. So when you just walk by him, you think his calves are just a tree.
It's a 4/4. Okay, it has extort. And at the beginning of each end step, if you gain 4 or more life this turn, investigate. That's not bad.
Oh, that'd be good.
I like that.
Mhm.
I think that's a cool one.
I just think it's silly how it's a giant rogue. Like, does it, besides like dressing up as a tree, does it pretend it's a statue everywhere it goes, or a street post or something? Like, what the heck?
Well, one thing I learned from CSI is the last place everyone looks is up.
True.
I gotta
Good, great
stop.
knowledge, Brian. Yeah. Great knowledge. I'm glad you're loving CSI right now.
It's really adding to this.
The next one we've got is the Unruly Crisis. 1 green and a blue for a 4/4 shark octopus lizard. It's got trample. And whenever Unruly Crisis attacks, you may have the base power and toughness of another target creature you control become XX until end of turn, where X is Unruly Crisis's power. And it has adapt 3 for 3 green and a blue.
I want this for that Volo deck I was talking about. That's a lot of
Yeah.
There's
a lot of tribes.
I like
or
that.
types.
The
that's
next
great.
one, I'm in love with this Vernal Sovereign. This is a very cool card. The artwork is also
Ooh.
wonderful, and I hope that they're doing these in foils. Vernal Sovereign is 4 and 1 green, 1 white for a 4/4 elemental elk. When Vernal Sovereign enters or attacks, love to see it. You create a green and white elemental creature token with this creature's power and toughness are each equal to the number of creatures you control. That is a
Woof.
phenomenal ability.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
It is spring incarnate. It's gentle warmth chasing away the last of winter's bite. That's what we need.
That's a very, very cool artwork. I really am. I'm a big fan of the design of that card, and I'm just taking a quick picture of it to make sure I buy them. All right, there we go. There we go.
Them?
Oh, many of them. There's a few of the uncommons, like you mentioned, that are pretty worth mentioning. Afterlife Insurance is 1 and a white/black, 1 hybrid Orzhov. It's an instant. Creatures you control gain Afterlife 1 until end of turn. You draw a card. It's pretty useful.
The artwork. I love it. All the ghosts reading their contracts. Have I fulfilled this yet?
Do you know how annoying that is if you think you're getting a board wipe off and I just get like 30 spirits and a draw on a 2 mana instant? That's pretty good.
I know that I won't get this off, Daniel. You'll be sussing it out like you did with my where I make the inklings.
Oh, I know what's going on there. And then the other one I want to talk about was Portal Manipulator, because the artwork of that is like one of the coolest artwork drawings I've seen in a long time. It's very well done. 2 and Hybrid Azorius for 3/2 human wizard with flash. When Portal Manipulator enters the battlefield during the declare attacker step, choose target player and any number of target attacking creatures their opponents control. Those creatures are now attacking that player.
You've done this to me.
I love those kind
With
of
that
abilities.
angel.
Yeah.
That angel in my
very,
angel
very
deck.
playable for this one. I really, really like it. And I really am in love with that artwork. This, I'm just going back up to this Lavinia, and I just want to build it so badly.
Even though we've only really looked through the clue cards and a couple of the spoilers, this set looks so good.
Yeah.
And it's going to be very, very painful for my wallet.
Yeah, right?
If I just get one of the sets just to get the suspects, like I'd be happy. Whatever rares I pull out of the box or out of the packs would be fine.
Again, just even to pull out the fact that you can pull out the shocks for that is pretty cool. There's a lot of actually pretty solid reprints that are in this. There's a lot of good like mythics. There's the Beast Whisperers in the reprint slot, a Council's Judgment, other Lavinia. If I'm trying to pull good Lavinia and I get trash Lavinia of the 10th, I'd be livid.
The one card, the one of the shocks that I really like is the Watery Grave. I think that land just looks great. And it does look like a crime scene.
Yeah.
I like that they all kind of look like crime scenes. Like there's little details, like in the Godless Shrine, you can see the outline of a body on the ground, and
same the breeding pool of someone in the ooze.
Single one of them.
mm-hmm.
The Temple Garden looks like there's somebody on, like, wrapped up on the little bench there at the back.
Yeah. Steam vents, there's a body inside the furnace. Stomping grounds, you have someone dead in the chair.
The overgrown tomb, you have the rope.
Oh yeah,
yeah, the body there. I really like the hallowed fountain artwork. That's the jacuzzi dream.
Jacuzzi dad.
Yeah, right. The jacuzzi dream, and then also the person coming in to get murdered.
Murder.
Yeah, all of it. They're all pretty cool artwork. They're very playable. The Temple Garden makes me think of Hedonism Bot from Futurama. It's
yeah.
I don't know if everyone gets that reference, but it definitely is what I think.
Ooh, rapid hybridization is getting a reprint
in that spot.
That card's getting too expensive.
Yeah.
Is it getting it in the like uncommon spot? Or?
Yeah, uncommon.
That's pretty good
for blue.
Again, it looks pretty playable. It actually looks like a fun little jumpstart kind of set to do it. There's not a ton of the reprint section for rares and mythics is not huge, so it's not as big of a giant miss. Deadbridge Chant is going to feel bad to get. It's not a very expensive card. But I really, really I love playing Finale of Glory. That's such a great card. Hydroid Crassus is a very welcome card. Giant Adaphage is fun. Master Biomancer.
I've never seen the card Turn to Frog.
Oh, Turn to Frog's annoying. I love it.
Yeah, I've never seen it before. I didn't know that was another card that I could throw into a deck to just hose a Voltron commander or anything like that.
We need to get you to play more draft. Then you'll see these cards more often.
Oh, Colossal Majesty getting a reprint in just that like passive slot. That's pretty great. Yeah, I like I said, I'm pretty happy with the set. I kind of went into it not excited because it's jumpstart style and I just want all of the cards, right? But looking through, there's a lot. Like they're reprinting a bunch of the Impetus. They're reprinting there's a Lightning Bolt reprint. There's some actually pretty solid stuff in this secondary slot. Slip Out the Back is a great card that needs a reprint already. That one blue 1/1 counter on target creature, it phases out. Man, that card can wreck a game for someone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's
just kind of scrolling down and seeing what else we see. But yeah, no, so far I like it so far. But yeah, like you mentioned, I would prefer to be able to, like you said, get a lot of the cards.
Dropping signets in the common slot as I scroll down, that's phenomenal. Like we've got the Azorius signet. I don't know if that's the only one. No, we got Boros.
No, Boros they threw in a bunch of the signets.
Bring back some of the other ones too.
There's like this, even the Cosmotronic Wave for Firesong and Sunspeaker. It's a great card, but also for the new Judith that we'll talk about later on at some point today. Is the like 1 damage to each creature your opponents control. Creature your opponents control can't block this turn. That's just solid. There's some really, really cool cards in here. The fact that they are giving us signet reprints, it does actually bring the value up. Like it seems silly, but most of the signets right now, I think, sit around $2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the signets are always pretty well auto includes in a lot of decks.
Well, they're a great budget way to get your ramp going, right? Like, and I've got to be honest. Hitting a turn 1 Soul Ring into a Signet, it feels good. That's what powerful feels like. You know what I mean? That's the driving a Camaro of the play of casual play.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, you got some good tunes going. It's a good opener. Yeah, there's pretty phenomenal cards in this reprint slot.
Oh, like Snake Form, Turn to Mist. Like, I'm just finding other cards that I've never seen before down here.
Yeah,
I like all of these.
I'm pretty happy with this. The reprint section as well. Just having another spot for the guild gates. I play them in so many things, right?
I was just about to lose my mind.
I haven't played this one, the Seller of Songbirds. Not a card I've seen, but that's a very cool card to flicker in and out and get birds. Seller of Songbirds is a common in the reprint slot. 2 and a white for a 1/2 human. When it enters, you create a 1/1 white bird token with flying. I'm a big fan of that.
Ivy Lane Denizen getting a reprint, which does things with Scurry Oak. Makes me happy.
Oh, I just scrolling even farther down. There another spot to throw the Thriving Lands in. I think the Thriving Lands are great, like color fixing on a budget.
Absolutely.
This is a pretty good little reprint set. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, we'll see how the sales go for it. Just because like the price point's pretty high for most people.
Yeah, it's I guess you said it was how much? 100?
You gotta go for those whales.
That would make sense. Why
terrible on the audio?
Why they stocked up the signets and stuff in that? Because if there's a signet per pack, you're bringing your value up a little bit, right? But you said it's how much ish for the sets?
I think, like from what I found, and this is just with the pre-order prices, it's going to change, but it was around 120 for the box.
I'm looking online, and like online's probably not a great.
That's what online's probably very varied.
And I'm seeing it around 75 to 100. If these come out at $75, I'm happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, $70, you get a random shock. Well, again, the shocks are very, very playable.
Absolutely.
The shock
Especially
stoppers.
The foil shock. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's I feel like the Clue edition kind of took up an episode. Why don't we end at here and then just do an extra in the middle kind of thing? You guys maybe get an extra episode this week. All right.
Oh, there's so many cards. So yeah, we got the commander set and the regular set.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing these spoilers for the next month. The way they're putting cards in. Please, I have to get home to my family. All right, I'm rolling the outro music there. Thanks for getting through this, I guess, first episode of spoilers. There's going to be a lot of them. Clue edition. Just a little shorter episode, but yeah, go to intothenighty.com. Lots of our stuff there, blah, blah, blah. You guys get it. Come out, hang out on Patreon. Very cool people. They can help them build this. I'd love to live stream some of these Clue edition games like the Jumpstart ones. I never really play any kind of games like that, so.
I think it'd even be super fun if we all picked one of the suspect and built a deck around that for a game.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
I suspect you.
Play a murder mystery kind of style of Magic the Gathering.
That was Daniel.
The murder was my wallet and the suspect is wizards. That's pretty much it. Go to our site, check things out. YouTube, you get it. I'll give you a better plug next week. I guess middle of the week, whenever you get the next episode. Yeah, I end there.
Peace, guys.
Later.
See ya.